Hey guys, this is RyGuyGaming here today, and I was trying to come up with something to upload today, because I've uploaded Spyro the past few days, and I didn't want to keep doing that. So I decided to show you guys a game I made when I was about 14, I think. I made it over the course of about half a week, maybe a week. Yeah, about a week, plus maybe a little longer, but most of the work for this was done in a week. It's coded using C# and Windows Forms. I know that sounds awful, but that's just what I had at the time. This is the splash screen for it, actually. Don't worry, there's no copyrights or anything. RyGuyGaming Inc. is a made-up company, so don't feel bad if you copy any of this, because I have new ideas for games, so tough luck. So anyways, so yeah, like I said, I made this in about a week, so it's nothing too fancy. It was for me at the time, because if you go into the code here, oops, I did not want to do that. Let me get rid of this, and now it will throw an error. And now I have to get rid of this. Okay, but so you can see there's all this code grayed out here, and that is because this used to actually connect to a database that I had on a server that would run next to my old computer in my old house. We ended up getting rid of the server. It just took up space, and but this was pretty much my first introduction to servers and databases. As you can see, I've hard coded in the IP address, and not even like a what are they called? I don't know. This is like a local IP address though, so this would have only worked on my home network. But anyway, so it tries to connect to the database, and if it fails, it will show you an error. So you used to not even be able to start up the game. Excuse me, you used to not even be able to start up the game if you didn't have an internet connection or if my server wasn't on. So this splash screen would show. You could actually skip the splash screen if you pushed enter, I believe. So once you got through the splash screen, then you would see the login screen. And so basically it had some theme music. You might have actually heard the theme music for this game. I used to have it in a lot of my videos as the outro song. So if you want to hear the theme music for this game, just go look up one of my older videos, mostly my Minecraft videos, and listen to the outro song, and that was the theme song. So you have your username and your password. These green boxes were something I came up with. So as you typed in your username and your password, these green boxes would be red until you typed in like something that it could find in the database. So this was actually really inefficient, because I'm pretty sure every time you typed a letter, it would, let me see, yep, it would call out to the database. Oh, this is awful. Every time you typed a letter, it would call out to the database and say, hey, is this name in the database? And then it would say nope, and so this box would be red. And then you type another letter, and it would call out and it would say, hey, is this name in the database? And it would say nope, and so this would be red, until you actually typed a name that was in the database, and then it would turn green. Oh my gosh. If this was a real game and you had crappy internet, you wouldn't even be able to log in, because every time you typed a letter, it would have to send a request over the internet. I totally forgot about how bad that was. So as you can see here though, you can either log in or create an account. The new account screen looks like this. I wish I could just play this and show all of this to you. The problem is that the database functionality is so ingrained into it that it won't work without a database, which is really unfortunate, because I really wish I could go back and show this to you, but I can still show you the UIs and the game screen and everything, but I just won't be able to play it because it will be trying to make database calls to one that doesn't exist anymore. As you can see here, these had the same thing going for them. The password and the confirmed password weren't bad. These ones would just turn green when you typed in a valid password or when the password they matched. This one would turn green when you typed in a username that wasn't already available. So that one again continuously made database calls. And so you would pick your gender, because I actually did implement different gendered sprites. Sorry, sex sprites. Gender is something else nowadays. Sure. And then once you finally logged in, you would see the game screen, which is right here. So it looks like a mess right now, but when you're actually playing, it doesn't look that bad because a lot of this stuff is hidden. Like this bar is hidden, this tooltip is hidden, these numbers are hidden, most of these enemies would be hidden. I really wish I could show this to you. In fact, I think if I make the default entrance point to the program, the game screen, I might be able to show some of it to you. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. So as you can see, I can move around. For some reason this weird thing happens with the background. I could never fix that. It's so weird. It's just a product of Windows Forms, but anytime I try to do something that requires a database call, so I'm pretty sure if I were to open the shop or drink a potion, maybe I can go home. Yeah, I can go home. Let's see, can I go in the house? Oh, maybe. Okay, there we go. And then there's your bank. There's a furniture shop, but that will crash the game. There's a storage, but that will crash the game. Resting will heal you, but again, I think that will crash the game. The bank, I could never get the bank to work for some reason. It was really frustrating. And then you have a lot of options here. You can resume, there's options, there's music. The music is copyrighted, so it isn't playing because, yeah, most of it's copyrighted. Here's the music player. For some reason, it's all cut off. For some reason, I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, options, that will probably crash the game. Yeah, yep, it did. Okay. Looks like the rest of the stuff I'm gonna have to show you. I might be able to show you combat without the game crashing though. So the idea was, oh no, how do I get to the next area? I don't know. Obviously, it's not going to work. So combat was basically turn-based random number. Oh, yeah, here's an error because it's trying to write to the database. But oh, it didn't even close out all the way. So combat was basically turn-based. It was kind of annoying. What you would do is you would click on an enemy, and then you would have to click the attack button. Eventually I was going to implement different attacks, so this would have made a little more sense. And then this bar would have drained down, and then you would have had to wait for it to fill back up before you could attack again, and it was just random number generation. These are the hit markers that would show up above your head. And once the enemy died, you could respawn it. All three of these enemies weren't on the same screen. I just put them in because it was easier than generating them dynamically. Although, now that I'm a little older and I know how to program a little better, I think I can come up with better ways to generate these guys dynamically. But anyway, so this was the map. It was worthless. This was supposed to link you to a website I had made. Maybe I'll show you that in another video. This was the shop. and so on. So yeah, and then a health potion would just heal you. You see my paint version of a 2. So all in all, it wasn't that bad. It was horribly inefficient. Like, if you actually would have tried to run this thing, you probably would have lagged and died and crashed. But other than that, it wasn't that bad. It even had an HD mode and an SD mode. So this is standard detail, but as you saw, this is HD. It's the difference between a stick figure and a not stick figure. So there you go. What else do I want to show you? So this was the options menu. You could change your password. You could change the the detail setting. I basically implemented the detail setting for fun. I was going to do it where you could change your guy's sprite. You could, I don't know if it works right now. I can't remember if I ever got it to work, but you could basically like change your guy's sprite. And so you could like put your own guy in the game. I thought that was pretty cool when I made it. But obviously it probably isn't that cool. This is the furniture store. So you can see you could buy a wooden chair, a cot, a wooden bed, and a wooden table. I think the only things I ever actually made were the bed and the chair. So that was fun. This is the create account screen again. This is the login screen again. This is code to the login screen. This is the storage. This is where the furniture you bought would go. Again, I don't think I ever actually implemented this, but it was there. And then this is the pet shop, I believe. Yeah, you could buy a new health potion, or eventually you could buy a pet dragon, which was cool. It would follow you around, and but I never actually got around to coding that, so let's close this. This is the music player. You can actually see the bottom of it now. And then, okay, sure. This is the help screen. Let me see if I can run this one because it has different tabs. So help. Let's see if it'll run without crashing. So basically this is the what do you need help with, Noel? So it was supposed to read the database and display your name there, and tell you to click on the tabs and stuff. And so, yeah, I had a tutorial. It was out of date. I love that. What do you need help with, Noel? So this is where you could go to the game's website to post comments or bugs. But obviously the website is not up anymore because it was inactive. So it just links you to webs.com. This one is a tutorial for the game window. And then this one tells you how to do combat. This one tells you potions, about you, bad guys, stats, that, shop. I used to have a link to, oh no. Okay, close. I used to have a link to something else. That's kind of unfortunate that it doesn't work. But anyway, so we don't need that. We don't need this. This is the concept art viewer. I had a couple concept art files that I was going to implement into the game. I'm pretty sure I put the concept art in here. So let's see. So you click next and it will pretend to load the next image. So yeah, it's some pretty awful concept art. I only have 2 concept arts for the main bad guy. So that's all that was for. And then this is the bank. As you can see, the UI was never worked out because I could never get it to work. And then this is the about screen. So I got it up to version 25.0 before I had to, before I canned it. So yeah, if you want to stick around, I'll hop over to the old website and you can see what the old website looked like. So just a second. Okay, so here's the website. For some reason there's a placeholder right there. I have no idea why. So I've never really cared for ASP.NET. I should have just did this in HTML. But anyway, so here's the logo. You could go to the staff list page. You could download the game. Obviously you can't download the game anymore. Here's a blog entry. I put a sneak peek of the pets, which were supposed to be available in version 30.0. As you can see, I like to go up in versions by 5. So I don't know why. That's just how I've always done things. And so this is version 25.0, which was the version you saw. So new things, new NPCs, houses, stuff like that. And then this is the staff list page, which is me. Both of these are me. This was my alias and this was me. So yeah. And then one more thing, if you want to stick around again, I will show you the most current version of Epic Quest. I'm sorry if this video is dragging on. I just really enjoy going back through all this. Okay, so here is the current version of Epic Quest. This is, I believe, what version is this? This is version 30. Beta version 30.0. So this was supposed to be the update from the one that was advertised on the website. This is basically a whole rewrite. Everything is rewritten. This one was rewritten to save to your computer, so I actually can show you this one. As you load up the game, you get a splash screen that gives you some tutorial or some information about the game or some tutorial information. And then you get this nice little login screen. You can click begin your adventure and it will show your saved game files. I'm going to make a new saved game. Again, you can play as a boy or a girl. I can't remember if I implemented a girl, but we'll make a new character so I can show you the intro sequence. You would click done and then you would say yes, yes, and then you'd click play and it keeps track of how many times you played, so it will show you the intro video. If you've ever seen my Roblox RPG, it has pretty much the exact same story as this. So you can sit through this. I think you can skip it if you push enter though. And then, so yeah, this little movie will play out for you. It's quite lengthy, but we'll watch it. I'm not settled on that bad guy's name. I don't like his name. Of course, this is an RPG, so it's like your standard chosen one ordeal going on. A prophecy told of a hero, you know. And then, so the wizard sets out to find the hero. But you don't play as the wizard. You play as the hero, of course. I got a lot of the place names in Ethendor from Spanish. RyGuy. it's supposed to be like epic, and then that's where the music would start playing, like right here, and it would be awesome and like thrill up. But this is the game, so you move around the same way with the WASD. I managed to fix the weird screen thing. You can only move left and right in this version. All I have is an inventory that doesn't work. You can see your gold count is down here. Your health bar is freaking fat as crap, and it's right there. This is the new player model with no feet. I think I just ran out of room on the canvas, and I was too lazy to extend it. And so, for some reason, though, it kind of doesn't line up. It's really frustrating. And so yeah, the way combat works in this one is different from the first one. So the way combat works in this one is just by clicking on fools. It's still random number generation, but every time you click, you will attack the bad guy and the bad guy will attack you. I do not, however, have any animations in this one, which is a feature that is lacking from, even though the previous the 25.0 version did have animations, so I kind of have a step backwards in that account. But you will always beat this night guy no matter what, because you are overpowered. And so this isn't what really will happen when he dies. That's just how it works. It was just to let me know he died, and then you heal up when you aren't in combat. I don't know if you can tell, but this is just a standard Windows loading bar. Because I was too lazy to work out the math for a real health bar. But that is pretty much all I have implemented. I don't even think he rewards gold. So yes, this is where I left Epic Quest. I have tried to reincarnate it a few times. It has seen 2 text versions and a Roblox version. The Roblox version is incomplete. If you've seen it, I showed it on a live stream once. I think you can still see it on my channel somewhere. The 2 text versions, I can't remember if I've showed those in a video. Maybe I will one day. I have one in Batch and one in Python. Both of them are identical, but the Python one is more further along. But yes, sadly, Epic Quest has never seen its light of day. I have been working on a 3D version in Unity, but so far all I have is a sphere that can move in all directions, so I haven't gotten into player modeling or anything. So maybe one day you'll see Epic Quest on Steam or something. It won't be today though, or it won't be next week. It'll probably be years down the line. Whether it be a 2D side-scroller RPG, which I don't even know if that's a real genre, or a 3D RPG, which I would prefer, but of course that will take a lot more work. I was thinking about doing some kind of hybrid 3D, 2D, like orthographic deal, but you know, whatever. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And for some reason this didn't stop when I closed it. I need to figure that out. But anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know this was a long video. I just really enjoy sharing my stuff with you guys because I feel like you guys will enjoy what I have to share. Dang it, we got the same tooltip. I was trying to show you guys a different tooltip. But anyways, so thank you very much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed, you're crazy. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.